Hello, everybody.
For the record, this matter is before the court on the plaintiff's motion for to show cause, requesting that the defendant, Devin Martin, be held in contempt for failure to pay child support. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. It appears both parties are present. Ma'am, you're Amanda Sorter, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And sir, you're Devin Martin, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Mr. Martin, are you currently employed?
Yes, I just told Mr. Walker I just had got back to work 2 weeks ago. That's why I indicated by the 28th, I can at least pay October's. I'm not guaranteed, but I can try to pay $800, which would cover September and August payment, but for sure, at least October's, which I've been paying for, which is it's been a little bit over my support obligations. I know not much, but the support obligations was $382 a month. Plus I have two other cases also. One being out of Monroe County, and then my other one out of Lucas County. And then in the process, I have to get out of where we are because, they haven't done it, but they're basically, yeah, we have to move because, we haven't been able to afford it. It's been rough, for everybody. I understand it's rough for everybody. But I've been trying.
Court's understanding the arrears are about $5,000.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my understanding. Like I said, I told Mr. Walker also, I think it was back in like March, maybe earlier this year when we had a hearing, there wasn't no current support, which I didn't even know they had stopped it from back when I had got locked up, but they started the support up and then must have ran it back or whatever, which is being why they got so much higher, because it was only about $2,000.
Well, you should meet with your caseworker, Mr. Martin. They can give you an audit. They can print out exactly how they arrived at this average of $5,000. And then, Ms. Horton, have you and Mr. Martin been able to talk through this? You're asking to be held in contempt in jail. Of course, if someone has served time in jail, they many times lose their job, and then it creates more problems. Mr. Martin is suggesting he can make significant payment on the 28th of this month. Do you have any objection to adjourn this matter till the last week of the month?
Your Honor, this happens every time I come to court.
Okay, Ms. Sorter, are you opposed to adjourn this matter till the end of the month?
And then do I see you again? Because he ain't going to pay.
I'm sorry?
Will I see you again at the end of the month? I would rather just have him pay the $5,000 today.
Well, that's not going to happen. Obviously, you can't get water out of a rock, Miss Sorter. So I guess the question is, do you want the court to proceed with contempt this morning?
Yes.
Or do you want to adjourn the matter till the end of the month? And yes, it can be before this court. You can adjourn back before this court. Mr. Martin has indicated he can pay a minimum of $800 by then. Ms. Sorter, do you want the court to proceed with this morning?
Well, let's put him in contempt.
I'm sorry?
Contempt.
You're asking the court to proceed with contempt this morning. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Martin, the court had a couple questions for you. The court entered an order on July 9th, 2024. That order ordered you to pay $200 on July 12th and current support $328 each month thereafter, and to provide verification in front of the court of 3 job contacts every week. And the court has informed you have not done that, Mr. Martin. You paid $600 on July 31st, but there's no payments been made in August or September. Would you agree with all those statements?
I talked like I said, the last time that we were in front of Miss Hicks, which she said that she was setting the show cause aside because that I was paying. And then, like I said, I had got laid off. Work's been hard.
Mr. Martin, the question is, do you acknowledge that the court entered an order on July 9th? You already paid $200 on July 12th. You didn't do that. You already paid current support of $328 and provide verification of written verification of 3 job contacts every week. Do you acknowledge that was ordered by the court back then?
I believe so. I mean, that's
All
why I
right.
paid the $600
Did you
every
provide,
month.
Mr. Walker, does your office have copies of any job contacts that Mr. Martin made written job verifications with employers, 3 per week from after July 9th?
I had got back to work.
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Martin, because you've not complied with that order, the court will commence contempt proceedings. Contempt is punishable up to 45 days in jail. Since there's possibility of jail, a distinct possibility you have the right to an attorney. If you're unable to afford an attorney, the court will appoint an attorney to represent you at public expense. Are you asking for court-appointed attorney, Mr. Martin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what's the name of your current employer, Mr. Martin? I need to ask you a few questions.
Ohio Pickling.
Pickling,
Yes, sir.
Pickling.
Yes, sir.
You've been employed there, what, just a couple weeks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You get paid every week or every 2 weeks?
It's bi-weekly. So yeah,
Approximate,
every 2 weeks.
okay. So it's every 2 weeks. What's your approximate take home every 2 weeks?
I get paid, it's 18 an hour I get paid.
What's your approximate average take home every 2 weeks?
Hold on 1 second.
It's approximate.
After, I mean, approximate, like after tax and everything, I think it's rough, maybe $1,000.
Do you have any other income?
No, sir.
Do you own any property of any value other than the automobile?
No, sir.
Snowmobiles, boats?
No, sir. I don't have nothing.
All right. Court's going to grant your request, court by attorney. Mr. Martin, give me a cell number that the attorney can reach you at. Okay. So when do you next get paid, Mr. Martin? The court's going to set a date, and you're required to personally appear in this court. You get paid on, you say, twice a month.
That's why I told,
You get paid this Friday or the following Friday?
the 18th.
Okay.
That's why I said I told Mr. Walker by the 28th, I will make sure I pay at least 800.
Okay, what time do you pay? Do you get paid in the morning?
It varies. Normally it's in the afternoon. By the time I get off, like on a Friday, you guys are closed. So that's why I said on the 28th. So on a Monday, I can make sure I come up there first thing Monday morning and pay.
Okay, I'm gonna have you either come in. You're gonna come in person, Mr. Martin. At 11:15, I'm just looking at the calendar, either the Friday the 18th or the Monday the 21st. So I'm asking, will you have been paid the morning of the 18th? It won't be till you won't get that check or that deposit till the afternoon. Is that correct?
Yes, it won't. Like I said, it varies on the employer and then my bank also. So the 21st,
right,
if you want to do that, the 21st, the morning of the 21st.
All right, Mr. Martin, you're to personally appear in this court October 21st, 11:15 a.m. Personally appear. Miss Sorty, you can appear via Zoom.
Yes.
Court appointed attorney will contact you between now and then, Mr. Martin. So that's October 21st, 11:15 a.m. Please make note of that. Personally appeared, Bronx, on the 4th floor of the courthouse.
Your Honor, could you repeat that date and time one more time for me?
October 21st, that's a Monday. October 21st, 2024, 11:15 a.m. Mr. Martin is ordered to appear personally. And Mr. Martin.
Thank you.
Mr. Martin, the court's going to suggest you be prepared to pay $1,000 cash that morning toward your urges. And if so, the court may will proceed with the contempt. I may not impose the immediate sentence. If he can't do that, then bring a toothbrush. So October 21st, it's a Monday, 11:15 a.m. Appear personally. That's what the court's suggesting. You paid a minimum of $1,000 toward your urges on that date.
On or
Any
before?
questions, Mr. Martin?
On or before the 21st?
Correct.
Okay.
You said you're not going to be paid till the 18th. So that's
Right.
why I'm doing this so that you can make this happen so you can avoid immediate jail. But I'm going to keep you on a very short leash, Mr. Martin. That basically covers your urges for August, September, and October.
Okay.
So that's a minimum of $1,000. And there's no guarantee that the court will not impose an immediate jail sentence.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Order, do you have any questions for the court?
No, thank you.
Okay, we'll see you on Monday, October 21st, 11:15 in the morning. Mr. Sorter?
Thank
All
you.
right, that will conclude this matter. You'll hear from the court appointed attorney in the meantime.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, Deborah Walker Meyer. If that isn't the most obvious, here's your sign. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.